Survivalism by Nine Inch Nails. Wallpaper in the wallpaper horde. If the link still works, please let me know. Wallpaper's here. I'm Zeospins here. Welcome to In-Ear Fetish, and we're going to talk about a ddHiFi Moondrop collab, which is very similar to the Surface they did. Only the Surface they did was the nicest built IEM pretty much ever. But the sound was lacking in, like, there's so many good fucking IEMs. So it's nice to know that the Memory, which has a terrible name, hold on, it has a real name, the E13p, since it is a 13mm planar, and it's apparently good, is the best thing that ddHiFi has made. And I could tell there's Moondrop influence here, and it finally sounds so, oh, it's a USB only. That's either going to turn some of you on or turn some of you off. I don't know. I'm not you. What your fetishes are or whatever your fetishes are. Now, mine are in-ear fetishes. Ooh. An attached wire. They're calling it a semi-in-ear because it looks like from this angle, boom. That's just an earbud, Zeos. You hate earbuds. I do. They don't fit my ears. If only earbuds had tips on them. Oh, wait. So I don't know. This is like a whole new thing. This is like multiple new things all at once, and I'm just on my brain. So, love ddHiFi. I've recommended their IEMs in the past, but it's never been like a full, heartfelt sound quality recommendation. It's always been the build or an interesting quirk, like they had the one that did either cable, MMCX, or 2-pin. They did one of those, and that was good. It was good. But I sold it. This at $169. Which is not like the cheapest thing on earth, but you're getting a Moondrop tuned 13mm planar in this very, very peculiar form factor, but it's built like a ddHiFi product with the ddHiFi USB-C, which you could pretty much like hang this off of a plane and it would just make it to another country because the quality of the shit is so nice. Like, this is all hewn one piece of like aluminum, but then it goes into this brass and you got the color there, and then you got the it tells you what chip it's in it. This is the CS43198. Plug that back in. I wish these were, I feel like at this price, $169, people are going to be like, well, I want to, but they sound really good, I want to use them on my own thing. You literally can't. Now, whether they're DSP correcting this, which could be very possible, because when you get something that has an interchangeable wire, and I've complained about the Dusk, if you go watch my Dusk video, the Dusk sounds like shit on its own. I don't like the Dusk. The Dusk 2, was it the Dusk 2? It might have been the Dusk 2, don't get me. But when you plugged it into the USB dongle that it came with, it was good again. It was like, oh, this is really good. And it was an unfortunate fact that I could unplug it, plug it directly into a good amplifier, and then realize it was kind of meh. So there is a benefit of not knowing to the Memory, where you have to use it on USB. Whatever it's doing in the amplification and DAC section, you are forced to listen to. And very fucking fortunately, it's amazing. So I'm going to put these back in my ear. I have had one or two issues. I went with the Dunu SS tips, the square tips, because I just need that, like, they don't weigh anything, first of all. They don't weigh anything. Second of all, the wire is actually relatively light considering it is a fabric cable with, I just made that worse, with a ddHiFi quality level push button well, actually, yeah, the microphone is there apparently. It shows a picture of an arrow with a microphone, but I don't see nothing, but trust me, it's there. It says Memory on this. This is where the wires come up. Apparently, because they specify this on the page, they wanted you to know that the wires that are going into this unit are unbroken through this. There's no solder disconnect because all the amplification is happening in this. So 4 wires come up. 2 wires are just for the button and the microphone to go back down, but the other 2 wires that are all signal unbroken chain to this. They're very yelly about, like, this is why this is good. Because we did it. You could actually see there's a little window here that shows you the wire continuing up. Kind of cool. There's these vent holes all around the planar driver. There's another vent hole there on the inside. They're ridiculously comfortable if they stay in your ears, because I'm used to wires that loop over the ear, and that's what holds it in. The IEMs are usually like it's yanking on your ear, not the IEM. But now you are yanking straight off the IEM. So the fact that I don't usually wear earbuds, and my ear doesn't have that little like place where it's supposed to sit. I just have a flat shelf that shit falls out. So this is 100 times better than that. But I have still had a moment where I've yanked it and it's pulled out. So I'm going to put it back in my ear. Pause the music. It also... we have come very far in the world. And most times it's like a DAP or my phone. The fact that there is a button right here hanging on my goddamn neck that I can simply press it and it feels fantastic and it unpauses the music, or double pressing it next tracks. I've missed that functionality, and we've gotten rid of that for quality. We've gone quality over convenience. And it's okay if we could occasionally just remember when you used to be able to just like reach down without looking and just pause the music, or reach down and unpause it, or double click it, or triple click it. Let me see. I don't think it has a triple click to go back. Let me see what hold it does. Hold does... it wants to do the assistant. So it has play, pause, and next track. My phone is not doing the last track with triple press, and hold is to do that. What am I listening to? Unlike Pluto, trance. I would like to point out also, a lot of times when you have a USB thing, it sort of lacks the gusto. I have so much extra volume because this will fucking kill you. Hold on. That's probably as loud as I'd ever play an IEM. And we can keep fucking going until I gotta yank them out of my... They're screaming right now. So if you listen loudly, this is it. If you don't have a DAP and you just want to... You don't want a dongle, because you can get a separate dongle. And a good dongle will cost you between $50 and $150. Like for a good one, really, really good ones, like $300 plus. This is an entire setup with the dongle essentially built in. Only it has a really nice button also that's over here. And they're comfortable, and they're light, and they look fucking stellar. And they've got to talk about the sound. So we got it. We got build. We should probably talk about the case too, because this is just one of those reasons that ddHiFi is a brand that I was so happy to work with on that collab. They're over there, by the way, the cases. I have to bring one of those to SoCal, you idiot. Because last time I went to a goddamn show, I didn't bring my goddamn adapter kit for fucking collab with them. Look, well, ddHiFi, calm the fuck down. We've got like a cassette deck looking stitch on this. It's got interesting colors. We got like a peanut butter brown with like this gray green. And then you got like a little bit darker. It's very like I have a camera case from the 90s. And then it's got these two, I would call them, I guess, belt loops. Although I don't know if you would loop your belts in this. And then when you unzip it with the two zippers, with the custom zippers that say ddHiFi on them, you pop that open and you got a walled clamshell with a full pocket. You've got 4 stretch holders here. I missed that one. And then a individualized pocket here. Like, what the? This could be an entire bag. They better sell this bag. By the way, YKK zippers. In fact, the 5RCG. ddHiFi is the gold standard for build quality and for accessories whenever I do anything with them. They're just the gold standard. Fucking gold standard. So every time I've done something and I've been like, oh, it's great, but the sound, I can finally move on to sound and say that these are a fast, impactful, great low end, super airy. Let me pause this. Try not to die when I put it back in my head. Yeah, go way down. Way down. If you don't like the color, too bad. Plug into brain. They just go in. It's I don't know how these would be. I haven't tried to sleep with them. Unlike your mom. It's not the worst. I'm currently laying on my arm. This is for you guys. It's not the worst, although these bits are kind of like a sharp square. Like, it's not like sharp going to cut you, but it's not a round. Like, if that's a rounded edge, This is sort of sticking down, and if you're going to try to sleep with these, that might corral into a part of your body you don't like. Scoozy. Compact and cute, is what they say. Universal compatibility, durable build, complete package. I guess you don't have to worry about the wire breaking, although if the wire does break, you throw them away. Storage case, there's no reviews. No one's got those kids' headphones still on there from when I did the fucking JLab rewinds. I keep trying to think I want to change track on that, but let's change track here. Now I'm listening to Napalm by Pendulum, Joey Valance, and B-R-A-E, Brah. Like the bass response. Since the Z12 planar has disappeared, I've been looking for like another $170 planar to recommend. And it's very weird that I'm probably going to recommend this. But it's fantastic. It's like thick. It's not one of those sounds that you get in there and it's thin and you can't tell. It's like, oh, let's try to do. This is a hard house sound. This is like you've fallen into it and you're just getting abused by every single frequency and you want more and more of it. It's not like, oh, the treble is too much. The treble is not too much. Or the bass is too much. Well, fuck you, kind of good. Yeah, okay, that's what I want. And I have a 13mm planar. Don't murder me with treble, because that's usually the thing treble planars do is get the treble way too high. And sometimes the planar bass can be a little wonky or lacking, and that's why I throw dynamics in it. So we have good, like the most solid bass I've heard in a little weird form factor planar. And then the soundstage is huge. And that's another thing that I like, and other people are like, oh, that's just... I don't believe I had to have that argument from goddamn Resolve about like how soundstage is real. He's like, soundstage isn't real, it's fake. And I'm like, so? Everything's fake. The band could be dead. The plane crash. They're not real. Everything's fake. So give it to me. Yeah, it's a happy sound. I know that's the worst fucking description I've ever given on this channel. But listening to music on this makes me happy. I probably should secure this table better. Hold on, kick some shit. There we go. Much better. Absolutely not. Her voice. This is Ava Max. Take My Call. It's just lovely. I'm going to SoCal Can Jam. In fact, this video is probably coming out before that because I'm in a rush to make at least 6 IEM reviews before I leave in like 5 days. And this will probably, almost guaranteed, come with me on the plane. Because there's nothing more convenient. And this is, even if you're not a fan of USB-C, I want to use my own amps and jazz. Stop. If you get on a plane, and I've done this with Eris. In fact, the wire for it is in my travel bag. I have a ddHiFi. In fact, here's some more. Here, look. Oh, shit. Magnets, bro. How do they work? Oh, I have them both wrapped up together. That's why. So here are 2 examples of ddHiFi USB to 2-pin and MMC. Actually, they're both MMCX. There's no 2-pin. I must have just converted another one that was MMCX. So ddHiFi has made these cables before. And they're really good. And I've adapted them to run in headphones. And the most convenient thing, if you're not going with a straight, full, fuck you, Bluetooth noise-canceling headphone on a plane, is an IEM that you can plug into your laptop with a USB-C. And when it's time to get up and take a leak, you fold your laptop, you unplug the USB-C cable, you throw it over your neck, you go take your leak, you come back, you plug it back in, and you hit play, and it works. These are going to be the most fucking convenient thing. And then, it's time to land the plane, everybody. And okay, put away your large devices. I'm going to unplug it from my laptop. I'm going to put my laptop away, and I'm going to plug it into my phone, and I'm going to keep playing music. These never have to stop. And if you're like, oh, I don't want wires at all, then you're going to go Bluetooth, and you're going to go true wireless, and that's a whole other ballgame. But I've yet to find, and this is going to be the selling point, I've yet to find a true wireless IEM. And there's been some really good ones that are a 13 millimeter planar that make me feel like these make me feel. So, like, the wires, this is we are so close to this not being an IEM that's wired. Like, this could be replaced with a Bluetooth receiver and DAC and yeah, and then we can shove it up in here. But they're still better. They're still better. These are still better than that. And there goes the song ends. More shuffle. Oh my lord, what the fuck is Chimera Dragons? That's a weird, like, anime. This is very angry. It's like heavy metal anime openings, if that was this genre. Yeah, the Warning, Nine Inch Nails. It's just, I'm getting that, like the space is being used properly. It's a properly good IEM. I'm, as an audiophile who sits here in front of, like, all this gear, I wish I could try this on something else. But at 169, fuck it. Unplug this, wrap it up. I actually wouldn't probably even put it in this case unless I put everything in this case. Can I put, like, multiple IEMs in this case? Because I would have a space here, and I have spaces here, and it's probably going to be thick enough that I could put things. This is a buy. This is a buy. If I had to do the price thing, which I haven't done in a hot minute, I haven't said out loud the prices, I usually include them. I think 170 is perfect. Any more than 170, if we were getting in the 250, 300 range, I'd be pissed I couldn't use my own amps and DACs to try to power these. But if we assume that there is a $70 dongle attached to a $100 set of planars, that's perfect. Because it's a great set of planars. And it's a great fucking dongle. There's no software either to, like, mess with the EQ. Wouldn't be against that. It's not, ddHiFi isn't exactly a giant company. Even that JLab software kind of shocked me how good it was. Because JLab sells 1 million shitty Bluetooth headphones. So they've honed their craft. So I don't want ddHiFi trying to do that. Although, God knows with them, it might be the greatest piece of software ever constructed. The tips it comes with, for some reason, it comes with these tips, which basically match the color scheme of the bag. They're like a green-orange, and then the rest of them are all purple and, like, light colors? I don't know. It's a fine selection of tips, but that's another thing. It comes with just a tip. It's just a tip. You just get a tip on the thing, so just put any tip you want on the tip on the thing. I might try render tips again. They were kind of slipping out of my ears because, again, you are fully relying on this to hold it in your ear. If you're not a person who can run earbuds, which I'm not, this is all that's going to matter. So, bravo, I'm going to say bravo to Moondrop for finally convincing ddHiFi to tune something like this. And then continual bravos to ddHiFi for making some of the best built feeling things that ever existed in audio. It's just that simple. Patreon and subscribe so it supports this channel. Check out that. If you want to see IEM reviews early, I have all the IEM reviews that I just talked about making for free. You can go watch them. You just have to watch them on Patreon or Subscribestar before they come out on YouTube, where I have them scheduled for every 3 days. You can go binge 3, 4, 1, whatever the hell's left. Go have fun. And she's good, and I'm good, and we're good, and I'll see you all in the next one.